We're gonna switch gears to the NFL. We'll get into more basketball talk later on, but we got to talk about the NFL and talk about Josh Gordon, a guy that just can't seem to get everything on track. It seems like he's just consistently going off the rails. Yesterday, they reported that he applied for reinstatement after being suspended by the NFL in 2014 for a violation of the league substance abuse policy, and his suspension was reduced to 10 games after the League and Players Association agreed to a new drug policy in September of 2014. But then Gordon had an indefinite suspension, which resulted in him being suspended for the whole 2015 season in February because of another problem with substance abuse. And now, as he was applying for reinstatement through with the league, apparently by Fox Sports' Mike Garofalo, Gordon failed a drug test in March. Both of his A and B samples reportedly tested positive for marijuana and a dilute. The dilute was supposed to mask the marijuana in his system. So they found traces of that. And if a person in his position, that just finding that, even though he might not have tested with the threshold for marijuana, under the level of marijuana. It was under the threshold level but it was still diluted. Yeah, because it was still diluted, it counts as him violating the policy. So his reinstatement has been denied. So this is a guy that he came in, he was drafted in the supplemental draft in the second round of the 2012 draft. And he came in and caught 50 passes. He had 805 yards and 5 touchdowns in 2012. 2013, he led the league in receiving, 1,646 yards, and everybody saw a bright future for him. But he hasn't been able to get on the field in the past 2 seasons. So, guys, what do you guys think about this most recent Josh Gordon news? Rashad, we'll start with you. What do you think?
I look at this man as a potential Jaguars player. A great receiver we could have used. That's all I'm viewing him, and then he's just one of those players that just like wasting his opportunity. And it's sad because he was such a great receiver, he's such a dynamic receiver in the league. Like the Cleveland Browns had something going for them for once, and then he was like, "I forgot I'm a Cleveland Brown. Let me get out of here." And that's when he started failing. Yeah. So I mean, it's saddening. I wish he could have been a Jaguars if he would have stayed clean, but I guess marijuana is more than playing NFL to some people.
All right, Khaled, what do you have to say about it?
I agree with Rashad. It's definitely a waste of talent. Leading the league in receiving yards in 2013 and then not playing for 2 whole seasons. I mean, come on. You was leading the league. You got so much what's the word I'm looking for? You get so much like just recognition. I think, recognition for being that good, and then you miss 2 seasons. One, you you played yourself. That's number one. You played yourself. And don't try and finesse and try and take stuff to make sure that your marijuana level is below the thing, because I mean it's obvious that you took it in order to pass the drug test. Yeah. So you gotta learn how to just do without it. I mean, I understand you in the Browns organization, they may cause you to, dabble into some substances. Come on, man. But it's not that serious, bro.
Cleveland Browns.
I think that shot was bigger than my shot. I fired it.
No, it was. I'm a Pittsburgh fan. It was, but he just got to get it together. I mean, you wasting your talent. You could be leading the league again in receiving yards, but you want to smoke weed.
Yeah, man. It's before you go, Rashad. Okay. It's a sad thing because he is one of the most talented guys in the league. It's only about 24 years old, and to not even be able to get on the field just because of weed, I don't know if it's I mean, obviously it's an addiction or something, but most times when guys go through things like this, you go through rehab, get yourself right, but it's like he's costing himself the ability to take care of his family, his friends, and the NFL is a league for the privileged few. There's only so few people that get into the NFL and can play on that high a level. And you can ask any person that's wants to play. The NFL is something that you don't take for granted. And it seems as though sometimes Josh Gordon is just getting in his own way and is taking this chance that God's blessed him with for granted. So it's really sad to see. But Rashad, what were you gonna say?
I have a question for you. Do you even consider the Browns a rival?
Of course not.
I mean, because I know you said it like you was like, I'm a Steelers fan. Like they had significance in that division. I'm just curious. But I mean,
hold on. But do you ever think that the Browns will win the division?
if Josh Gordon was still there, but he can't stay off marijuana. But that's leading to another point. He's wasting his privileges. Like you said, like man, people go in, and for him to like he wasn't even drafted in the regular draft. He was in the supplemental draft. So the first chance he didn't make it. So it means your opportunities are slim. Then he finally had the chance to perform to the level he needed to. But now you look at it just like it's not for him.
It sucks because this is what makes guys like when they're talking about these guys have issues before the draft, and they're talking about everybody has trepidation about drafting a dude because of this issue or that issue. Oh, we have another caller. I'll continue on after the caller talks. Hey, caller, you're in with KBR Sports, the best sports talk show your 24-hour day. How can I help you?
Hey guys, I'm back. One thing before I talk about Josh Gordon regarding the whole Golden State Warriors thing. Rashad, Mr. Panel, you there?
I'm here.
I love you, buddy, but sometimes I want to sprinkle you with holy water. I swear, sometimes, man. How is this loss worse than the championship?
See, I didn't say it would be worse. I just said watch the body language. I said as this moment. I said as of this moment of this day, it means more. As of this moment, of this day, it means more.
The blasphemy.
I'm not understanding.
Let me go. As of this moment, of this day, before the playoff starts in 5 days.
I know the playoff starts on Saturday.
A whole segment talking about how
you're right. The playoff starts in 5 days. The playoff. Caller, can you hear me?
I can't do it no
Caller, the playoff starts in 5 days. Am I correct?
We spent a whole
I
segment
thought it started on Saturday.
and then he said he starts on Saturday. But he just spent the whole segment talking about if they lose, they will definitely be more hurt losing the record. That
they will until the playoffs come, and then when they lose the finals. I'm talking about as of right now, they're going to be devastated they lost. As of right now, this record means more than a championship right now. As of this day. Until when the 18th comes, then go ahead, caller, what you say?
I don't even believe that, man. I understand that you have aspirations to break it because everyone has the pride to break it. But at the end of the day, if you have to lose that record to win a championship, that's a decision you make every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
exactly.
I mean, we're not in the playoffs yet. But I'm staying consistent with what I'm saying. It's not like I'm jumping around being like, well, this. But
Rashad, can you make a case to validate what you are saying?
Because right now you're not in the playoffs. You know the playoffs come. They're gonna be focused on the playoffs. It's kind of like LeBron's with his media when he's close to playoffs. He cuts off all social media. It's kind of like that. You in a playoff mode at a certain time. Right now you gotta break this record. You're in that kind of mode right now where the record is where it needs to be. You're focusing on the record, which I feel like is more important right now. And then you enter playoff mode where the championship means everything. Championship means life.
But the reason
that's when you forget about the record happening.
The thing is, they already have the 72 win.
You don't want to
let the caller speak. What are you saying?
The question I have for you is, shouldn't you be in a playoff mindset right now? Let's just say that Clay has a hurt shoulder or ailing shoulder. Draymond is not feeling that great. Steph needs a little rest on those ankles that have been notoriously weak. They've been stronger usually, but they're notoriously weak. As a coach and as a player, you have to know that the playoffs are more important than this win. You have already tied the record. You have already tied history. I understand you want to break it, but at a point, sometimes you got to be smart about things. There's a lot of things that could go wrong here. Yeah, you can play everybody and you win and break the record, hurrah, or you play everybody, Steph breaks his ankle and you guys lose in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So there's caution in this too. Because the Spurs do it all the time. The Spurs don't care about a record. Spurs
don't get close enough to break the records. Spurs never hit 70 wins.
The Spurs are close to break the record this year. Had they not dropped a couple, let's not forget that they have a ridiculous record too.
Mm-hmm. They have, but they never hit 70 wins.
They just set the record for most home wins in a season. So it's not like we're talking about a bunch of scrubs over there.
And they've rested guys. Yeah, they've rested guys. Where Golden State.
Yeah, they rested guys throughout the season. They could have won for this record as well, but they care more about longevity in the playoffs than they do about a record. I don't care if I get in the playoffs with 39 wins. But that's what's going to get my players through the playoffs to go to the championship.
But here's the deal: this team's not going to rest tonight like you think they're going to rest. I mean, yeah, it's likely that Steph Curry goes out and break his ankle, man. We don't want to wish that on somebody. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to say it's not going to happen, but you can't sit here and say that that's what they're thinking about coming into this game. They're like, oh, well, there's a chance you break your ankle, but we're still going to play. They're not thinking stuff like that.
Okay, I don't think that's his point. His point is if because Steve Kerr's even said it, if I see wear and tear on my players, I'm going to rest them. Yeah. So what the caller's point is, if Steph is showing that he's having issues with his ankles, if Draymond Green's like, okay, my shoulder is or whatever is hurting, I'm ailing, but I'm playing through it. Steve Kerr is like, I'd rather you just rest instead of playing through these ailments or playing through fatigue when you could just rest and be on your A game for the championship. That's the end goal, because everybody doubted you from last season. That's why they came out so with 24 straight wins. Yeah, because they got doubted all last year, and that's nobody. If they lose, nobody's gonna care. Everybody's gonna keep saying they lost in the playoffs when it counted the most.
Yeah, but they're not a team that's fatigued or anything like that, where they're injured or anything like that.
No, but I'm just giving you a scenario.
Yeah, the scenario situation.
But I mean, they said that. That's what I'm saying. They just so happen to not be fatigued.
Yeah.
But I'm just giving you a scenario as to why the championship would mean more to them. But you go ahead.
And are you gonna call her me?
You.
Back to what you were saying at the very beginning of the season. You said it takes astronomical health to get to a feat like this, which they have had.
Yes.
So why would you? This is like you can't. Like you said, teams are not going to always be this healthy. They know they're not always going to be this healthy. They know Steph Curry already knows he has histories with injuries. Draymond Green get banged up because the way he plays physical. So like they get banged up. This is their chance. They've had that astronomical healthiness. So you have to put everything you have onto this one game, because this one game dictate maybe the only time in life that team ever do it again. Because getting 72 wins is not easy, as we've seen. I agree with you. But that's the cursor of what I'm telling you. If you have the health to go for the record, you go for it. And that's why I feel like it means so much more to them right now.
But if they didn't, say if they were, even if you're not injured, if you're even a hint of, my ankle is hurting and I'm playing on a stressed ankle. But that's why Steph sat out one game, because he had a hamstring strain. He had to sit out one game, and they managed to win the game without Steph. So they're not taking any chance, because they realize the ring is the most important thing. The ring is what this whole season is about. You even heard them say at the end, coming towards the end of the season, 82 games is a long time. We're just ready for the playoffs at this point, because they just want to win the ring already.
You're right.
This season grind has been so long for them. They just want to win the ring, because the ring is what matters to them.
But as of April 13, 2016, the record means more to them.
Carla, you got anything else to add? We were talking about Josh Gordon. So you have anything to add about Josh Gordon?
Yeah, two quick things before I go. On the subject of can't get right, who's always up to no good. I don't think the NFL should even let him reinstate. This has become a pattern at this point of you letting this. I have words for him, but they cannot be used on the airways. He's had chances. You know when this drug test is coming, and for you to not even try, he didn't even try. He just tried to cheat the test. He wasn't like, let me put down the weed. He was like, let me just take this pill so I can keep smoking the weed. Obviously, he doesn't care enough about his family, about his fan base, about anyone from his hometown that he's representing to put down the weed. He honestly has the logic of a crackhead. If we're being serious, he has the logic of a crackhead. I don't know what it is with the people that were coming out of the Texas area in that era of time, that 2 or 3 years, but you get Josh Gordon and just followed up by Johnny Manziel. One of them parties too much, and one of them can't put down the weed.
That's true. That is true.
And then they wanted to live together. What kind of
That's not good. That's true. That's true. Hey, Colin, we appreciate you giving your opinion, man. We appreciate you calling, and you gave us a laugh. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Of course. Always support y'all boys. Y'all have a good day.
All right, you too, man. Yeah, man, it sucks with Josh Gordon. The reports of him and Johnny living together. 1 second, ESPN gives out a report that he's living with Von Miller. The next second, it's a report he's living with Josh Gordon. Then the next second, they're giving out a report that he's not living with nobody. Yeah. Come on, ESPN, be consistent. Be consistent. Let's get it right. Who's Johnny living with?
Right.
But as far as Josh Gordon goes, I know that if I had the chance to make millions and take care of my family and my friends, I would not do anything to jeopardize that. And is this? I mean, we don't know what's going on in this. He's a young dude. He's only about 2 years older than us. But I just know that no matter what, I would do whatever I can to take care of be able to take care of myself, because these guys get paid millions, and it's not like he's one of the bottom tier guys that's making the low millions. He could get paid top $1 billion, and for him to waste that on, what do you say, Rashad?
Billions.
I mean millions. Sorry, yeah, millions. They get paid millions, and for these guys to mess up, but for him to not take that seriously is definitely a problem. I mean, wish good health to him and hope he gets better, but that's just a situation of its own. But y'all, going on to our last topic.